Hello and welcome to another Keg Tap review. Today on tap we have Grande Reserve 17 by Unibroue. About 4 years ago now, I had one of the best beers to this day that I've ever had, and that beer was Le Fin du Monde by Unibroue as well. Ever since then, I've tried so many different Unibroue beers, just because that first beer that I had really set the standard of quality with Unibroue for me, and I had to continue trying their beers, and I've become a little bit of the groupie, just a little bit. So I saw this in the store the other day, had to pick it up. Unibroue was different. It wasn't, one of the ones that I see a lot. This comes out once a year. This started in 2007. This bottle happened to be bottled last year, 2011. This is a Belgian dark, and it is aged in oak barrels. So I am really excited to get this cracked open here, and just to taste this beer. I'm a big fan, and I'm just ready to jump in and dive into this thing here. So let's get this party started. This is about 3 fingers worth of head. They're a beautiful color. Dark brown color. There's slight carbonation coming off the bottom there. It just looks all around awesome. Nice golden tan colored head, and yeah, and that head is not going anywhere. This looks like it's going to be a very high ABV beer. So I'm ready to put my nose in there and see what smells I come up with. Well, right off the bat, you get a very, very malty smell to it. And that's really what's predominantly overwhelming me right now, is that malt smell. There's something else in there, maybe a chocolate. Maybe with a little bit of vanilla. But I really just get a malt bomb here. There's what I like. I'm not a hophead, so I really like these malty beers. The cocoa and the aging of the oak barrels. That's pretty much all I smell right now. All right, so it's all about taste, right? That's what you want to know. That's really what I want to do. So let's go ahead and let's taste this thing and see what I come up with here. Cheers. Okay, so there's 2 things I get from this. I get the maltiness that I was talking about before, very overwhelming maltiness, and you get that smokiness from those oak barrels. The middle of the mouth, that coating on the tongue, is not as prevalent as in some of the other Belgians I've had. The back. I was reading the back of the bottle here, and it said it was brewed in the tradition of Trappist monks. Now, for me, normally Trappist beers have more of a full body coating of the tongue thing going on. This has like a medium. It does a little bit, but it doesn't that much. There's a very high carbonation in it, which is a good thing. You get a little bit of chocolate in there, but that oak barrel and those malts really shine through. And that's pretty much what you get. You get that oaky, smoky flavor, which rhymed. You get that malt in there, and you get a very, very high carbonated beer, with not much of that coating of the palate, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, depending on your preference. Okay, so I had some time to think about this here, and this is a good beer. All right, it's not a great beer, it's a good beer. It falls in between that middle of the road and that great beer, somewhere right in the middle. It never really gets a chance to be that great beer that it should be. Well, I should say that I'm expecting from Unibroue. So for that, I'm gonna go ahead and give this beer an A-. For me, it was just a little too much smokiness came through, and not enough sweetness to counteract that. Also, I paid $15 for this bottle. Now, with gas prices being about $4 a gallon, I don't want to spend $15 for a bottle of beer. $11, I'll pay that. This is essentially 2.5, 3 cups of beer. No, I want to pay somewhere. If I'm going to pay $15, it's going to be for a great beer, not a good beer. So I'm going to go ahead and give this an A-. Like I said, it's not bad. It's just not great. But it's still a good beer. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can polish this off. It has a high ABV, so I'll probably be sleeping on the couch by the end of the night. So cheers and enjoy.